YouTube, it's your boy Abemoney Reacts. Today I'm here with another reaction video. Alright, so we got Jimmy High Roller. Oh my god, nigga, I can't read chat. Alright, so we got Jimmy High Roller. This fan really thought he had a chance. Alright, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, road to 1K. Let's get straight into the video, chat. Let's see what he's talking about. Oh, you little piss is so excited. Oh shit. Oh, went too forward. Hold on, chat. Right, let's see. Can't climb the little. Look at all. Oh my goodness. Packet bad Draymond. Shit.
The NBA regular season is quickly coming to a close.
Alright.
And it's about that time. We've got a fresh new batch of hot
Chat,
takes to look at today.
That's crazy.
The good ones, the bad ones, and the downright atrocious.
That's crazy. The NBA season about to be in the playoffs, chat.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. With the NBA regular season winding down and baseball season just around the corner, stay in on all the action with DraftKings. Right now on DraftKings, bets instantly. You can still join. The NBA regular season is wrapping up in just a few weeks, but NBA social media never rests, and the scorching hot takes are not slowing down anytime soon. So let's take a look at some of the hottest takes from around the league this season. Now our first take comes from a fan who says the average Joe could average 2 points a game in the NBA over the course of a season if he played every minute of every game. And this specific genre of take, where regular people overestimate their abilities, is really fascinating to me. Not because it's right, but because of how blissfully unaware it is. If you have never played against a pro player, let alone an NBA player, I can understand how you might think under the right circumstances, if things fall in your favor, if you get lucky enough, you might be able to average 2 points a game in the NBA as a regular guy off the street. But play one game. Scratch that. A few possessions against someone who plays basketball for a living, and it is astonishing just how quickly you realize you stand absolutely no chance whatsoever. Not only would the average Joe not be able to average,
like, I don't know if you guys saw this video of fucking, what is his name? Play Scalabrine, bro. Brian Scalabrine. If you don't know who that is, that's crazy. Celtics player, nigga. He faced a fan. Yo, Brian was giving him, Scalabrine was giving him the works. I can't even lie to you, chat. He was giving him the fucking works. Go look that video up on YouTube, chat. Crazy.
2 points a game, he would struggle to score 2 points over the course of the entire season. Forget scoring. Try getting an open look. Try getting the ball out of your hands without getting it snatched. Matter of fact, there are NBA players who don't average 2 points a game. Watch any example of a regular guy playing an NBA player, and it almost looks like they're playing two different sports. Just the other day, Barstool Sports challenged their employees to play former pro players in a game of basketball. Now, most of these pro players were not
that nigga, what's his name? That nigga was going crazy, I think, last year. Doug Ebert, or whatever his name is, chat. He was going crazy one game in St. Peter's. That nigga was shooting like he was Curry in this bitch. No bullshit.
NBA guys.
No bullshit, gang. Shooting like he was Curry. Chill. Like chill.
But rather really good college players who played overseas, with the addition of Tyler Hansbrough and a 50-year-old Jason Williams. The challenge started.
That nigga Jason Williams talk hella shit. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He talk like he black. I can't even lie to you, chat.
As a normal game of 5-on-5. But every time the Barstool guys lost, they were allowed to add an additional player to their team. And it quickly went from 5-on-5 to 5-on-6 to 5-on-7. Take a wild guess at how many regular guys it took to beat the pros. 9, 10? Nope. It took 15 Joes to beat the pros.
Damn.
Look at this game. This is a mess. They've literally stormed the court. But it gets even worse, because not only did the Joes get to add 10 additional players on the court, the only way they even had a chance to take down the pros was to start taking away players from the pro team. So by the time the Joes finally won, it was a game of 15 regular guys against 2 former pros.
Jeez.
Now, you're probably thinking, I'll just chuck up some shots. Foul bait. Run the gambit of gimmicks to game my way to 2 measly points a night. And try as much as you want. You're not getting those 2 points. Imagine what Asar Thompson would do to the average Joe, even if this person has basketball experience.
I mean,
in what world does the average
like regular people could be like depending, you know what I'm saying? Just because you're a basketball player doesn't mean like you can lose to anybody. I can't even lie, chat. You know what I'm saying? But at least if I'm gonna lose to somebody, bro, at least let me score 2 points, please. Pretty please, no bullshit. Like no, no bullshit, please. Like at least let me score 2 points, please.
NBA player not smother them into an errant shot or a turnover every single time they touch the ball. Just get open and heave up a few long balls. One of them's got to go in. Get open? What do you mean get open? You think you can create space on Alex Caruso? Celtics point guard Peyton Pritchard spent his first few seasons in the league averaging about 6 points a game. In fact, throughout those first few seasons, he had countless games with 2 points or less, despite playing solid minutes. You want to know what a player like this translates to when he's not playing NBA level defense? 92 points.
Damn.
A player who was struggling to put up 6 a
So
game
he scored
in the
92.
NBA.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford scored 92 too, I think, right? Or LaMelo too. That's in the high school game though. This was 2021. Damn.
Is Michael Jeffrey Jordan against everyone else. Even on his very best day, an average Joe is still infinitely worse than the worst NBA player on his worst day. And there are many NBA players who struggle to put points on the board. As the wise Brian Scalabrine once said, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. And yet,
shit.
no matter how much time
Yeah, that's
passed,
what I was talking about, chat. Like that Scalabrine video, that nigga. I don't know if they'll show it on here, but like that nigga was fucking him up. The nigga was talking trash and shit. Fucked him up. No bullshit.
No matter how many times this is proven to be true, it is still difficult for some to truly grasp just how big that gap really is. Under no circumstances would the average Joe put up 2 points a night in the NBA. Now, this next take comes from a fan who says he is not impressed by Wemby, and that Victor is only good because he's tall. And what's odd about this take...
That's a hot take. What do you guys think about that, chat? I mean, like, Wemby's nice, bro. Like, he just needs, like... I feel like he's missing something a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he could win Defensive Player of the Year. I think he can.
Besides the fact that it's brain rot, is that up until a couple months ago, I never really saw anyone say this. For the last 2 years, everyone was unanimously enamored by his freakish size and abilities. But the more Wemby develops and the more popular he becomes to the masses, the more I see this take. To the point where this is now the default comment on any Wemby highlight. Good? And it could not be more wrong. People say if Wemby was 6'4" instead of 7'4", he wouldn't be in the NBA. Well, yeah. If any player was a foot shorter, they wouldn't be in the NBA.
Is that fair?
Wemby's most valuable asset as a player is his size and his length. But it is not the only reason why he's good. If height alone was the single biggest factor in basketball, the NBA would be filled exclusively with 7-footers. If being extremely tall guaranteed success, Taco Fall would be dominating the league right now and not playing in the Celebrity All-Star
Damn, what
game.
happened to Taco
Ironically,
Fall,
this take
bro?
is actually the
Nigga was on
opposite
the
of the
Celtics and then-
truth. Some fans aren't impressed because he's tall, when in reality they should be impressed that he can move the way he does and maneuver with the best athletes in the world in spite of being this tall. I may be wrong, but I don't recall Yao Ming throwing it off the glass into an East Bay. I also don't remember a time when Manute Bol
'Cause he had health
nutmegged a
problems, I
player
think,
in
or, like,
transition. And I
Yeah, I mean, he
definitely
had
don't
like
think
knee
I've ever
problems, right?
seen Boban Marjanovic hit a tween step back three plus the
Tween.
foul.
Nah,
Now,
that was crazy.
Victor
That was nasty.
consistently makes plays that
Like
are
he can
only
shoot the
possible.
three. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Jokic can shoot the three too. But like this nigga like step back and he's like you like no bullshit behind the back 3-1. That's crazy.
Because he has an 8-foot wingspan, but that doesn't make them any less impressive. To discredit these plays because of Wemby's height would be like saying Shaq's game wasn't impressive because he was bigger and stronger than everyone else, or saying Michael Jordan's acrobatics around the rim weren't impressive because he could jump higher than everyone else, or saying Steph is only good because he can shoot threes better than anyone else. Yeah, that's kind of the point. All great players have some sort of built-in advantage to their game. It's one of the reasons why they're so great. Victor's advantage is that he's a giant, and he uses that advantage about as good as anyone ever has. If you think height is an unfair advantage that makes things unimpressive, basketball probably isn't the sport for you. Now, this next take comes from a fan who says Luka Doncic peaked
We already seen
early
the
and that
best
we've
version of
already
him.
seen the best.
I don't know, gang. I don't know about that. That nigga just scored 60. I think he still has more left in the tank, but I'm a Lakers hater, so I don't fuck with the Lakers. But like after that game yesterday or whatever, when he scored 60, chat, I think he still got some left in the tank. I'll give Luka maybe 10 more years. What year is he in now? When did Luka get in the league? 2018. We in 2026. He's been in the league for 8 years now. So like I'll give him 5 more years, 10 more years in the league. So that would be 2036. I'll give him, I think he'll retire like in 2036, chat. But peaked early, because you got to think about it. Luka's career, when did he get into the playoffs? He didn't get in with Dirk. That was his rookie season. 2019, no, he didn't get into the playoffs until like 2020 when he faced the Clippers, I think in the first round. Then I think he went into the playoffs 2021. 2022 he did go to the playoffs. They lost to Golden State, I think, right? Yeah, I know they lost to Golden State in like 5 or 6 or something. 2023, did he go to the playoffs? I think he went to, I think they went to the playoffs in 2023. 2024, I know they went to the playoffs. He went to the finals in 2024. So I think he still got left more in the tank. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Version of him, which sounds crazy, but may actually be true. Luka just turned 27 years old. He's in his 8th season. Historically speaking, Luka should be hitting his peak right about now. But if we have already seen the best Luka has to offer, then his timeline is about the same as most greats. Unlike most players, Luka started playing professional basketball when he was just 16 years old. In terms of playing at the highest level, physically and mentally, Luka's on his 11th season as a pro. And when you watch him play, there are moments when you can see the toll of all of those extra miles. Playing against grown men before he could drive a car certainly gave him an edge over other prospects. But it also meant Luka was a
chat, I know I'm pausing, but because Tatum and Brown didn't get their first championship. Well, how old was they? Like 26, 27. Tatum was like, how old is Tatum? 27, yeah, 27, 28, 26. I don't know. But like, yeah, and then Shea, I don't know how old Shea is when he got his first championship. But like, give Luka 3 more years, max.
Polished player closer to his ceiling coming into the league in comparison to other young raw players. If we look at Luka's progression throughout the years in terms of something like estimated plus minus and compare him to other all-time greats, his first 8 years in the league have been pretty similar to the others. Specifically, LeBron and Luka had extremely similar trajectories for the first half decade of their careers. But overall,
the fuck? I thought I heard something, chat. My fault.
it seems between years 6 and 8 is where these guys are hitting their statistical peak. And then they hold it for a few seasons before settling into a role that's less volatile but more sustainable long term. It's hard to believe, but Luka is approaching a decade in the NBA. If what we've seen from him is the best we're ever going to get...
Damn, it's really been a decade, chat. 2018, 2026, 8. Damn. Nah, that's crazy. Decade is crazy, chat. Nah, time is going by fast. The 2018, like, he was in the 2018 class. That was so long ago, chat. God damn, bro. We getting old, gang. I'm getting old. I was like fucking 15. Shit. Like, shit, we getting old, gang. We getting old, chat. I was like 15, bro. That's crazy, chat. That is motherfucking crazy.
That actually wouldn't be out of the norm. Most players who peak extremely high reach that
Jason
peak
Tatum,
a lot sooner than you'd think.
Damn.
By his 7th season...
Like, Tatum been in the league since 2017, chat. And God damn, that nigga, that's a decade too. Nah, bro. Jaylen Brown's been in the league for a decade too. Nah, bro. Shea, 2018. Hey, man. We getting old, chat. Holy shit, I'm getting old, nigga.
In the league, Steph Curry
Yeah,
was
been in the
already
league
a
for like
champion
maybe 6
with
years,
2
right?
MVPs. LeBron's 8th
Shit.
season in the league was the Dallas Finals, where he was already in Miami with 2 MVPs. Season 8 for Kawhi Leonard was capped off with a championship and a Finals MVP. By the end of their 8th season, most all-time greats have played their best basketball. Based off of what...
That's a good point too. I know I'm pausing. I don't care, but like that's a good point too. Like year 8, Jokic. When did Jokic get in the league? They won in 2023. So Jokic came into the league in 2015. Damn. He didn't come into not 2015, bro. Nah, that's crazy. Even Tatum too. No, it was not year 8. It was year fucking 7 that he won. So
we've seen and where Luka is at specifically in his career, I don't think it's crazy to say we may have already witnessed Luka at his absolute peak. But that doesn't necessarily mean he peaked early. I think it means sometimes we forget just how long he's been in the league and just how quickly great players ascend. Luka was so good and his game was so mature early in his career that our expectations of him were nothing short of being the best player in the world by now. An MVP, a ring, some sort of evidence that matches those early expectations.
He could have got one in 2024.
We may have already seen Luka at his apex, but that doesn't mean it was premature.
Celtics is
and
better.
It definitely doesn't mean he won't meet the expectations that we've set for him. Now, our last take comes from a fan who says LeBron James playing longer has actually hurt his GOAT case. And although I don't agree, I do understand where this argument is coming from. The longer LeBron plays, the further removed we become from the prime LeBron we once knew.
Chat, like, and like I said, I don't care about pausing. Like, niggas, the LeBron Glazers, just like, they be like, oh, my GOAT is playing 25 years. Oh my God. But your GOAT has not got a ring since 2020. I don't care, bro. Like, and I'm not gonna call the bubble shit like fake, bro. Like, they won it. You know what I'm saying? I can't control that. But I think he's chasing Jordan, gang. At this point, I think he's just chasing Jordan. Cause why not retire? Nah. He won't be satisfied until he gets 6 rings, like Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give LeBron maybe 2 years. Cause if he, I hope he doesn't win this year. Niggas will glaze. Oh, LeBron with the 5th ring. Blah 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 blah. Nah, but like, niggas make excuses when he doesn't perform good. So why are you still playing? Hang it up. You're like, nigga, you're like 41, 42. You keep playing. Okay, bet. Maybe I was thinking about he was just waiting for his son and shit. That's cool. I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? But you good, gang. Like, You at this point, like I'm just thinking he's just trying to chase Jordan. Chat. He's just chasing Jordan. Like if Curry gets one more, I think he's better than LeBron. I said it. I said it. I don't care. I don't care. I said it. Yeah, I think he's. I think if Curry gets one more, yeah, yeah, we gonna have some conversations. We gonna have to have some conversations, long conversations. Shot. We gonna have a convo. But like I feel like he's just trying to chase Jordan right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause you get bounced out the first round. Like just give it up, and you're gonna get bounced out this year. I don't care. You might make the second round, but like depending on who you play and shit. But just saying.
This will be the first season he won't make an All-NBA team in 2 decades. He hasn't competed for a title in 3 years. His efforts come and go on a nightly basis. And at this point, most, if not all of his accomplishments are longevity related. Eventually, for some fans, this will be the LeBron they remember. The old
cool.
LeBron who plays lackluster defense and cannot carry a team to a title. Where some fans give credit to LeBron for playing longer than anyone else ever has while remaining one of the best players in the league. Others are not impressed. It's a simple case of swings and misses for some fans.
The reason why it's not like kind of impressive is because like, all right, you play all these damn years. Where's the rings? Like you got 4, cool, but I'm just thinking you chasing Jordan, like you know what I'm saying right now, to get 6 and shit, or Kobe, you trying to be Kobe, you know what I'm saying? But like you playing all these years, but where's the fucking ring? Where's the hell? You should be having like maybe 3 by now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, not even 3. Like maybe 4. Maybe 4. Because I think you should have won in 2011. But you guys choked against Dirk Nowitzki. You could have easily won maybe in 2018. Well, because J.R. Smith sold. But hey, man. Yeah, playing all these years with no, like, yeah, okay.
For every season that passes, LeBron's 4 rings look less and less impressive.
Yes.
4 rings in 17 seasons, when he won his most recent championship,
like, you're telling me you played fucking 20, like, chat. I think he's on what year is he on? 23, right? You're telling me you played 23 years ever since I was a fucking in the nutsack. Because he was drafted in 2023, right? And you have 4 championships. You should be like, nigga, you could have like easily won. And niggas would say injuries and shit. You're supposed to lead your team, right? Right, LeBron? You should have easily won in 2015. I ain't gonna lie. Because you're saying you're the leader of Cleveland. You should have easily won in 2015. And I watched that series. You know what I'm saying? Niggas saying Kevin Love got hurt and all of that bullshit. But hey, you supposed to be the leader of that team. You supposedly the GOAT. Lead your team. 2016, I'll give that to you. You know what I'm saying? You did your shit. You came back 3-1. Cool. That's totally understandable. Year 14 was 2017. Facts. You're supposed to be the leader of your team. You should win that. I think you should have won that game. But you did have to face Curry and Durant. But you did have Kyrie though. So I mean, I don't know. 2018. That's another one I think you should have won. Even though you faced Curry and shit, still you could have won. I ain't gonna lie. If J.R. Smith didn't fuck that up. Year 16, you didn't even make the playoffs. That was 2019. 20, you won the championship. Okay, the bubble ring. Year 21, you didn't win the fucking championship. You could have easily won. Well, no, you niggas was hurt. Okay, and you faced a fucking Phoenix Suns team. They was digging you down in round 1 though. Year 11, what year was that? That's 2013. Okay. No, 2014, my fault.
Found better than 4 rings in 23 seasons. The extra All-Star and All-NBA selections.
Chat. Like I said, I'm pausing. No, I don't care. But even year 18, that was 2021. Okay, who won that year? Bucks. You still could have won. I ain't gonna lie. Year 19, 2022. Oh yeah, you guys didn't even. Did you guys even make the playoffs? I forgot. Year 20, 2023. Oh yeah, you could have easily. Oh, 2020, year 20. You could have easily won it. No bullshit. Because didn't you guys make the Western Conference Finals against the Nuggets and you got swept? Or maybe 4-1, or I don't remember. You got swept that year or some shit. You could have easily won against the Nuggets. I want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Year 21, you faced the Nuggets again. I think it was first round. You fucking lost. You fucking got swept again. Year 22, that was last year. What did you guys make it? You guys made it. Okay, did you guys make the playoffs last year? Oh yeah, you guys got bounced out the first round by Anthony Edwards. Right, correct. This year, we shall see. I think you get second rounded by whoever you play. You do not want to face the Oklahoma Thunder. No bullshit.
Points don't really add to his GOAT case, but the
I
mediocre
rest my case,
performances and effort that comes and goes certainly subtracts from it, at least in the eyes of some fans. It's like if instead of retiring after his sixth championship in 1998, Michael Jordan kept playing for 7 more seasons and slowly regressed into a player that wasn't nearly as great as he once was. There really isn't much to gain from it. But there also isn't much to lose. And that's where I disagree with this take. Because Michael Jordan did keep playing after his last championship, and those later seasons were underwhelming to his standards. And not once did anyone hold that against him when making his GOAT case. Jordan's days with the Wizards were a victory lap,
LeBron's been chasing
with very
fucking
little
Jordan.
expectations. Right now, LeBron is in his Wizards years. Any expectation of him to look like or produce at prime GOAT levels is not only unrealistic, it is an unjust standard that no one else has ever been held to. Now, you could argue that the natural endpoint to LeBron's legacy, a moment where the story could have wrapped up perfectly,
This is
would have been at the
excuses.
end of the 2024 season.
Then stop playing. Stop playing. This is fucking excuses. Stop playing. If you don't want us to hold him to that scene, like, niggas don't want to hold LeBron accountable. Like, this nigga is, nobody's telling him to keep playing. He could retire at any time he wants. He's a grown ass man. But if he's playing, we gonna hold him accountable. No bullshit. I don't give a fuck how old you are. 41. Then just fucking retire. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you choose to be in this fucking league. You know what I'm saying? You choose to keep playing another season and another season and another season. Okay, you play another season, we're gonna hold you accountable. Like, these are the shit that LeBron fans, bro, they be like, shit that LeBron fans, bro, they make excuses for this nigga, bro. Like, this nigga keep playing, bro. Like, this nigga keep playing. Nobody's telling him to play. No bullshit. Like, the fuck? Like, if he retired, okay, well, but he keeps being on that court, we gonna hold him accountable. You should be playing like you should normally. I don't want to hear, oh, he's old. I don't want to hear that shit. You know, and I'm gonna say the same thing. You know, I wasn't alive to see Michael play, but like, if I was alive, I would say the same shit. Michael, you want to keep playing? I'm gonna hold you to that standard. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold you. You keep playing in the motherfucking NBA, nigga. I'm gonna hold you to that same standard. It's just not LeBron. I'll probably do Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. You know, I'll do Kobe and Michael. Same shit. I'll say the same shit. So we gotta stop moving the goalpost for LeBron sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. We gotta hold this nigga accountable sometimes. This nigga's choosing to play.
At that point,
That's
he
my
was
little
39
spill.
years old. He had already become the NBA's all-time leading scorer, had just completed another all-NBA caliber season. He had a championship with 3 different franchises, and shortly after that, helped lead Team USA to an Olympic gold medal in heroic, poetic fashion. If there was a storybook ending for LeBron, that was probably it. Right off into the sunset, call it a career, leave the league and the fans on a high note with a gold medal and a shiny
Yeah,
new
he should have
scoring
left the
record.
league then.
But instead, LeBron kept playing. And I think time will prove this decision has not hurt his legacy. There is an entirely new generation of players in the league right now who get to match up and play against LeBron. A new generation of NBA fans who are able to watch LeBron firsthand, and even witnessing this admittedly watered down version of the once most dominant player in the world, are convinced they are watching the greatest player to ever live. LeBron playing longer only hurts his GOAT case if you still expect him to play like the GOAT as a 41-year-old in his 23rd season. Which,
like I said, nigga, he chooses to lace up every single night. I'm gonna hold him to that fucking standard, nigga. You wanna keep playing these fucking games and playing every season, nigga? Nigga, go ahead, nigga. Like, nigga, you gotta perform. I don't care. Stop making these fucking excuses for LeBron. No, stop it. Stop it. No, I'm holding him to that same standard, nigga. I don't care if he's 41. You choose to play. If you choose to play, you gotta put your... You choose to play, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, that's LeBron. That's
just as ridiculous as this take. But let me know what you think.
That's not a
Share
ridiculous
your hot
take,
takes
though.
in
I
the
ain't gonna
comments
lie.
below.
I disagree.
And as always, the hotter, the better.
Whoa, pause. All right, W video, Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? I know I paused a lot, but it's all good. Y'all be all right. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Road to 1K. We is out. Peace.